Hello, my name is Max, and I'm here to talk about intimate apparel. One thing I thought was interesting about the play was when Esther just is, this great seamstress or whatever you want to call it, and she's sewing all these different things for different people, and then you get to actually hear that she's sewing her own dress. I think that's a funny part of the play. Stuck out to me a little bit. Three themes. One I'm going to say is racism. I think that's pretty obvious because of just how African Americans were treated in the play, and just how they were viewed, and how Esther is not treated like she's worth as much as maybe another white or non-African American seemed to be. Feminism, because Esther was a woman and she had to play the gender roles that were assigned to her, and that meaning when she wanted to open her own beauty parlor or whatever it was, and then she kind of felt this guilt almost because George hadn't done anything significant yet, and so she felt like the gender role was to wait and let George do something first before she can do something significant. And I think another thing is just the way that culture influences the nature of the characters, because you look at just the way people like Esther, or people like George, or other people in the play are raised, and it affects the way that they react to certain situations, and the way they're reacting to their own stereotypes that are against them, like with Esther, and just how people are treating her and how she's reacting is a lot to do based on her culture that she's raised in, with the whole African American culture. The third question would be, think about the R's. Does this reinforce our understanding of African American experience? And I think it does, because what we know of that time was that, although even now, although slavery is not a thing, there's still discrimination, there's still stereotypes, and there's still things to be dealt with in that racism towards African Americans, or whatever race, really. And I think you see that in this play. I think stereotypes, to answer question 4, are absolutely still a thing. You see different things going on with the Baltimore police and all that stuff, where they're think the police are targeting African Americans, and all that. You see all these different stereotypes being made just based on race. So you gotta be able to believe that stereotypes are still there. Two questions I have is: do you feel like racism still exists? Not stereotypes, actual racism still exists? Because I don't know if I would say yes. And then two, there's a lot of big themes in this book, in this play, but I want to know what you think is the overarching main thing that Nod is just trying to get at in this play. So, deuces.